I'm tired. Let's see. There we go. What am I gonna do today, man? Oh, did we get a new event? Is that why it's bothering me about a new mission? Yup. So you have to like take pictures? Oh, Fugue's banner is out. Wait, is it? Is Fugue's banner out now? Oh, it is. I didn't even I didn't even realize today was Fugue's banner, bro. I have not been paying attention to the banner times. Alright. Let me get some free Jades real quick. Wait, are they gonna pair her? Ooh. Why do they always do this? I guess it's to like show how strong she can be even without like limited DPS. But like it would have been so much more fun if they just made the trials. Like you could choose who you wanted to trial. Yo, what's up? Hello, Jay. I wish you could choose who you wanted to trial. Like I'd love to trial Boot Hill on this. Yeah, blah blah blah. I don't really care. I believe the ult does nothing, if I remember correctly. Like all it does is weakness break efficiency. Yep. They probably don't want to turn this trial into custom battle. I mean, I get that, but it's like, let's all be honest, right? Who is running this team when they pull for Fugue? Like, realistically. Like, unless you're just absolutely in the trenches, you didn't pull Boot Hill, you didn't pull Firefly, you didn't pull Ruan Mei, you didn't pull Rappa. Like, that's the only case. Oh, I guess like maybe free-to-play players, but even then, I feel like getting a Himiko... Actually, no, because of the Express Pass. Never mind, never mind. Because of the Express Pass, any free-to-play could get it, or like new player. Because getting a specific standard 5-star is like way more difficult. There we go. The extra break bar is for sure nice though, the toughness bar. Pretty broken for Boot Hill. Or maybe they are saving custom battle for future version, Copium. I mean, I could see it. I could see it. It wouldn't be bad. Firefly. They do Pela here instead of Ruan Mei, right? Yeah, they do Pela. Bailu. Fucking Bailu, man. On my old account, I think I had like E3 Bailu. It was so bad. I forgot how to play Firefly. Oh my god. Oh my god, I should have waited so I could have gotten his ult. I forgot how to play Firefly, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, there we go. I haven't touched a Firefly in like half a year or some shit like that. Why'd you get a new account? This is my friend's account. And I'm not gonna lie, I was on the brink of quitting Honkai Star Rail. For people who don't know, on my main account that I built up myself, I believe, what was it? I lost 6 or 5 50-50s in a row, and I lost my only 2 75-25s on that account. So when I was gonna pull for Acheron, I lost on the 75-25 for the Lycone. And when I pulled for Yun Li, I lost a 75-25 on her Lycone as well. And because I had Firefly on my account, I couldn't use the simulated universe 5-star Lycone on Yun Li. So I got like so pissed that I was so close to quitting the game. But then my friend was actually like about to quit the game because he's like busy with life and shit. And he's like, yo, you can use my account. I'm like, oh, thank God, bro. Thank God. So that's basically what it is. I've been using his account. He's basically just giving it to me. If he ever wants it back, I'll give it back. But I don't even think he wants this shit back, so I'll gladly keep it. And even at the worst, we can just share it. It's a gacha account. It's not like it's multiplayer. He's not going to get logged out. 20 stellar jades. Nice, man. I love that. I have to do Divergent. Is Fugue out for you yet? Yeah, she is. I'm on Asia servers, though, so it's, like, kind of weird. $200 pulls got me an E0 Fugue and Bailu. And I got one more Firefly, so she's E2. I mean, that's not... I mean, that's kind of average, I think. Like, losing 150-50 does make sense. But E2 Firefly is a pretty big deal. I've said it before, but Firefly's, like, biggest flaw is that she cannot have a support on her team that gives her, like, an extra turn like Boot Hill does. And in my opinion, that is literally the only reason Boot Hill is better. Is because he can use, like, Bronya and Sunday. So being able to get E2 Firefly, like, it's going to be so much easier for you. Or I should say, like, more comfortable. Oh, I got... Fuck, I can't check it. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Are you saving for any characters right now? I was saving for Herda, but after finding out that we might be getting 2 triple rerun banners in 3.0, I don't know. I want to see how strong Tribby is, because by 3.0 we should get, like, in-game leaks for Tribby and see, like, her Lycone, her Eidolons, because now it's like I kind of want E1 Robin. Like, E1 Robin would be a bigger deal than getting, like, Herda's Lycone or Herda's Eidolon, or just getting Herda in the first place. 24% res pen team-wide is really broken. Especially if you're, like, using Robin on a comp that has, like, multiple DPSs. Like, that's so fucking broken. Like, in my opinion, that's better than Sunday's E1. But Sunday's E1 gets better when the summon does more damage. So I guess not. But, like, on a non-summon DPS, Robin's E1 is just miles ahead. Which one do I do? I'll just do Adventure. I'm guaranteed Fugue, but Firefly is going to be a 50-50 for me. Hopefully I win it. Good luck, man. I wish you luck on that 50-50. I mean, low-key, maybe I shouldn't wish you luck, because I have some of the worst luck possible in this game, but, you know, hey, still hoping for the best for you. Oh, wait, I went the wrong way. Isn't Facial like a cheat code for this? Damn, I accidentally pulled Fugue just now. Don't say accidentally. Don't say accidentally. We all know what you were thinking in your head. Oh, let me build some pity, right? Let me build some pity. Yeah, you did accidentally pull it, be honest. It happens to the best of us. Um, it's pretty solid. 10 pulls? I mean, that's good, no? Unless you were on a guaranteed. Hey, that's good. 10 pulls for Fugue? That's really, really nice. Pretty worth it, 10 pulls. Robin E1 though, I want that, but also Boot Hill Lingha E1. Yeah, there's a lot of E1s on characters that are really good. Lingha has like one of the most broken sustain E1s in the entire. No, she does have the most broken sustain E1 in the entirety of the game. Like, it's really dumb. Like, weakness break efficiency, and then when enemies on field are weakness broken, I think it's like defense down like 20% or something like that. Like, it's so good for a break team. And especially in APOC. Like, that would be pretty broken in APOC as well for like a Herda team. 20% defense down whenever you get like the boss broken. I'm pretty sure Lingha is also like the best in slot sustain for Herda, so. Let's see. I'll just use this. Don't build pity unless it's someone you want to win on. Yeah, I think the only time where like building pity kind of makes sense is if there's like a 4-star that you want to get to like E6 or like get a few Eidolons, or if there's like a gotcha light cone that's on the banner. That's the only time. Because I'm not gonna lie, gotcha light cones are so fucking rare. Like, sometimes it's just worth it trying to get one. I love Fei Xiao, man. She's just so broken. Thinking of pulling for Robin and Lingha, but I also need to save for My Day and casters. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm in like the same spot where I really want to pull for Herda, and I do think Herda will be pretty future proof. But the reason I'm so attached to getting casters isn't even because of the fact that like she's supposed to be the meta unit of the 3.x patches. Bro, she has a black undead dragon as her summon. Like, that is the coolest shit ever. Like, I want to get that so bad. Like, people don't. Like, that's the only reason I want Casterus, bro. Ever since I saw that trailer with the black dragon, I was like, this is the one. This is the one that I want to pull for. But she comes, like, in 3.2. And then in 3.1, we have a fucking limited harmony. Like, oh my god. I don't want to choose between the two, bro. Like, a limited harmony just almost always has better value. Preservation, yeah. Character, this one. And Oh, this one's nice. Yeah, I can use my technique as much as I want. Nice. Alright, time to gamba, guys. We're looking for... I think this is... Yeah. Yeah. Yes! I always win. Alright, one more. One more. Come on. Come on. Come on. No, no, man. Come on, come on. Give me a little more. Give me a little more. Yup, yup. Yeah? Oh my god. I'm getting scammed, bro. I'm getting scammed. Wait, I can't even do it anymore? Are you serious? I missed you. What's up, Fletcher? It's been a while. Hope your day's been good to you so far. It has been. Same to you too, my friend. Hope your day's going splendid. Increase Fake collab 2 next year. I'm not gonna lie. I have no confidence in that fake collab. Like, I had confidence before, but like, I remember seeing like a leaker on Twitter saying that it's not gonna be what we imagine it. Like, it's gonna be a lot more underwhelming, which makes me think that we're gonna get like an alloy situation from Genshin, where like, yeah, they actually are a character, but they're like completely fucking useless in terms of meta. Like, they're basically just there as like something to look at. It is a bit presumptuous considering we're like damn near an entire year away, but I don't know. I just can't shake off the feeling. Isn't Triby supposed to have res pen? Yeah. The leakers have been saying she might have res pen in her base kit. I think it was like res pen, damage bonus, and some other thing. So as far as like I've interpreted it, she also buffs like the entire team, and she gives buffs depending on like the position of the character on the team. So I imagine she is basically like an upgraded Ruan Mei without the break effect and break efficiency. And instead of break effect and break efficiency, it's just a res pen, which could make her really broken. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that could be really broken. I would rather not submit my blessings. Submit the curios. Fuck it. Lose one curio. Oh, I didn't even realize I got this. Fuck it. This one only has one more count. Thank you. Thank you. Hello? Can I get any for my actual path, please? Of course not. No one bat an eye for Anaxa. I'm not gonna lie, I was interested. You know, she did look pretty interesting in the trailer, but we just have nothing on her. Like, there isn't any leaks of her kit. Like, literally all we got was one face shot. Like, yeah, she looks cool and nice, but that's it. Like, we just don't know anything at all. So that means she's probably gonna come in like the later 3.x patches. And I don't have the patience for that, so... Oh, wait. Whoops. I'm not on Fortnite. I don't know why I used my E. Wait, can I? This one's better. I mean, I guess. Oh, early 5-star got Yang Ching. I feel bad for you. Of all of the standard 5-stars to get, man, oh man, Yang Ching, huh? He's quite the character, that's all I'll say. Hello, what'd I miss? Probably nothing. I'm just like chilling, doing Divergent Universe. Fugue, E1, or Herda. I mean, it just depends on what you want, honestly. I don't even remember what Fugue's E1 does. Doesn't it give like increased weakness break efficiency or something? Yeah, it's probably worth it. Unless you're like struggling on pure fiction or some shit, then I'd get Herda. Or if you just like Herda more. This one. I wish there was a way to just like skip to a certain floor in Divergent Universe. It's such a waste of time. I hate how long it is, even though it is once a week. It's not like there's anything new, so. The lion is most likely a summon, so I think my day will synergize with Sunday. Maybe. The only thing I've seen from leakers about my day is that apparently he wants to be with casters. That's like the only thing I've seen. We'll find out in 3.0 though. We're not that far away. Once Fugue's banner ends and we go into 3.0, we will have like further knowledge on my day and Triby, who I believe are the two characters for 3.1. Guess I'm gonna pull for Herda LC. I'm not worried anymore about Herda. Actually, doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure Herda's light cone received like a significant buff. If you're talking about like the Herda. But from what I've heard, the Herda's like Eidolon is way fucking stronger. Well, not way stronger, but it's just better than the light cone. Come on, give me something juicy. Oh, nice. There we go. Might be one of my best Divergent Universe runs yet. Tribby should be hot for Herda. I mean, yeah, probably. That action advance, depending on how many enemies you hit on field, specifically like sustainless Herda runs, like she'll already be the best in slot support for Herda, no doubt. But I think the biggest difference will be noticeable when you run sustainless and run like double erudition. Or you run like maybe Robin Sunday, double support, and then you just absolutely go insane with Herda. What if Tribby has 2 action bar summons that give additional buffs for different positions? I mean, that would be pretty cool. I'm all for new mechanics, but I don't know. Tribby is just like a mystery at this point. Like, I've seen some leakers saying that apparently it's like 5 different versions of her or something like that, or 3 different versions of her. So that is possible that it's like some of them are summons. I have zero clue though. It's very interesting. I don't think Hoyo's gonna let us run no sustain for long. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking the exact same thing, right? But the issue is the fact that sustainless Herda is a lot stronger than sustain Herda, right? So, like, I think mobs might start doing more damage and have more mechanics. But with us getting harmonies like Tribby, who will give you action advance depending on how many people you hit on field, like, this may be a sign of, like, if your Relic investment is high enough, then sustainless comps are always just going to be a thing. Because Tribby kind of, like, goes back on that if they're actually trying to do that. Tribby is just way too broken if she actually has that. Like, if anyone's seen my video that I made yesterday about, like, why I'm not biased towards Herda, I did not include Herda's ult damage, which was 480k. I only mentioned her enhanced skill damage with, like, the forecast team with E1 Robin that had res pen, and it was 1.28 million. So you add the ult damage, it's like 1.7. And then you add Tribby, who's giving action advance every time you hit mobs on field. Like, I just don't know. Like, sustainless comps are actually looking strong with at least the new DPSs, right? If we're talking sustainless with, like, the older DPSs, I could see that for sure going out of style. Yeah, that could be possible. Radius. Oh, Jades. I love Jades. Even more. Nice. Actually, can I... No, I need to wait 1 more week before I can do it. Wait, are these event lycons? There's only 3 of them, though. I'll gladly take some fuel. Whoops, wrong thing. Oh, no, this was the right thing. I wanted to convert it. 159 Jades. Wow. Just 1 off. Speaking of Jades, I can use my E1 Jade with the herd. I can't wait. Yeah, Jade is finally becoming meta and, like, an all-around team because of Herda. I'm not gonna lie. Do you guys think they're gonna, like, bait and switch us. Like Hoyo's gonna bait and switch and just nerf Herda again and like MOC and shit. Like the only reason I've been hyping up Herda as much as I have is because of the V3 changes. Like if they get rid of that shit and go back to like V1, V2 Herda, it's just Aglaya again. Aglaya's gonna be the better pull. But even then I wouldn't recommend pulling Aglaya. It's like, I hope they don't do a bait and switch like, oh, you must have had a good time seeing your Herda, hoping she'll be very strong. You bet you farmed relics for her, like I did. Does your friend want you to do any pulls on this account? No, he just doesn't care about Hawkeye Star all that much anymore. He's like fully focused on his own life. He doesn't even give a shit what I do. They're increasing the HP pool so fights are longer while also making sustains practically sub-DPS. Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, I'm kind of curious about the one abundant sustain we're supposed to get in the 3.x patches. Like, there hasn't been any leaks on her yet, but I would not be surprised if she just ends up power creeping every other sustain previously, right? Faye will stay T0 with Herda. Oh yeah, Faye Shao is 100%. Bro, oh my god, bro. I woke up and I wanted to like look at the comments on my Herda video of like Herda versus Aglaya. And someone said that any DPS who has sub DPSs on their team is ass. And that they're not worth pulling for in the meta. Like, bro, I just couldn't take some people seriously. It's like, bro, that applies to Fei Xiao. She's the number one DPS in the entire game. I'm being told if you need a sub DPS on a team that the team is ass and the character is ass. It was so like, this is why I hate going through comments on my videos sometimes. I try my best to only read like a few to see if there's like anyone genuine who is like asking for advice or tips or like, I don't know, anything like that, but my god, sometimes going through the comment section is just so bad. By the way, yes, I only have 11 stars on Pure Fiction. I tried to first try it with my Fei Xiao team, and it did not go well for some reason. I need to build up my Humiko. Let's see what this event's about. Aglaya's like T 0.5 material, to be honest. Yeah, I agree. Like, this is the issue, right? People see me saying Herda is better than Aglaya, and they think that means that I'm just shitting on Aglaya. Like, oh my god, complete dog shit, just can't be used. This is similar to the Sparkle issue, where I said Sparkle had nearly zero pull value back in like 2.3 or 2.4 whenever she reran. But people didn't understand that I was talking about, like, if you don't have her on your account. If you already have her on your account, you can still use her in so many teams, and she'll still benefit you. Aglaya is the same thing. It's just that, like, why would I recommend my viewers to pull for the worst DPS of the patch, right? It's one of those things. Like, Herda's... I'd say the only mode where they kind of go blow for blow is Apocalyptic Shadow. Right, that's the only one. But MOC and Pure Fiction, it's just hands down Herda. She's easier to build. She's less expensive. More free-to-play friendly. Like, I just can't recommend Aglaya unless you just like the character more. Like, I'm just not going to do that. She is still very strong, though. 100%, though. Wait, why do I have no audio? Why why do I have no audio for the characters? Is this normal? The crazy about the Sparkle drama is that you were right. Exactly, bro. I called it so long ago. I was like, the only way Sparkle becomes meta again is if we get, like, we have to get a quantum meta DPS who is skill point hungry. But even then, because of Sunday's light cone, if you get Sunday in his light cone, he is still better than Sparkle overall because he generates more skill points anyways. So it's like, oh my god. They just completely butchered her with fucking Sunday. Even before Sunday was already bad. She was only best in slot in the Dill team and in an E2 Acheron team. Like, that's so specific. So basically, a better Dill for Quantum. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's literally the only way Sparkle becomes best in slot again. But even then, it's still arguable that the buff she gives for having more Quantum characters on the team doesn't match up to Sunday's buffs and his 100% action advance, right? And with his light cone, he generates more skill points than Sparkle does over time. So it's like he's just overall better. Like, she got completely power crept. That's why being a new player in this game isn't even that bad anymore. Like, now that there's this many planets and this quest and we're this far in the game, a new player can get a shit ton of Jades and just get the new meta, like, support or DPS comp. Like, they can get it pretty quickly. It's actually not bad being a new player in the game these days. Especially with like all these triple rerun banners going around as well. Like, you have to think about it, like, as a new player, imagine being able to pull for like 8 different characters in 3.0. Like, that's insane. That is a lot of choice. You can get a Fei Xiao team, you can get a Break team, you can get a Herda team, you can get an Aglaya team. Like, it's just so good for a new player. Silver Wolf rerun in 3.0? Yeah, we don't talk about that. I'm not gonna lie. Like, okay, someone in my comments mentioned a good point, which is that they don't actually want Jiaoqiu to rerun in 3.0 because there's already way too many characters that you want to pull for. But I just don't understand why they rerun Silver Wolf instead of Jiaoqiu. Like, Jiaoqiu is due for a rerun at this point. Silver Wolf LMAO, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, every single new meta DPS either ignores weakness or implants weakness. Like, I just don't get it. The Silver Wolf has almost zero use. The rest is all kind of bait, yeah. I mentioned it in my 3.0 video. Like, I put it in the comments as like a pinned comment to not fall for like Robin or E1 Robin that quickly and to look at leaks because by 3.0 we should have Tribby leaks like in game, right? So make sure to see like which one's actually better overall. Because even though Robin gives like full action advance on the ult, Tribby gives action advance depending on how many targets you hit on field. They could be really broken. I think the most interesting part about Tribby is just the res pen that she has in her base kit. That could be so broken. Which makes you think, right? Like, how broken are the Eidolons or the Lycone going to be for Tribby if she already has res pen in her base kit? Like, that's what you really have to think about. Because I feel like limited sub harmonies, like, they always have a broken E1 or a broken Lycone. Every single time. Especially with the recent ones. Like, Sunday's E1 is fucking crazy for, like, Jing Yuan. 40% like defense shred on a summons damage. And 16% on the main DPS. Robin's E1 is res pen. Ruan Maisie one is a bit outdated, but it's still strong nonetheless. What up, man? What's up, random guy? Well, if that's true, Lingshaw's gonna have a party with Tribby, yeah. I think sustain comp The most broken sustain comp for the Herda will probably be Herda, Jade, Tribi, Lingha. That's probably the most broken way to go. I haven't even touched this event. Is this event long? Has anyone actually like fully finished this event? Does anyone know how long it is? Like, is it like on the same level of the T 2.7 one with like the movie with Rappa and all that? I hope it isn't. I really hated that. It was not fun. Nice. I now have 20 pulls at 40 pity with a guarantee. And make that 21 pulls. I want a meta destruction character to come out though. Like as you guys can see, I kind of have an S4 Clara light cone. I don't have a single Bronya one though, which sucks, but like I need someone who actually uses this. Someone in my comments said Yun Li, and I just couldn't take it seriously, bro. Like I'm trolling. Yun Li is strong, but like I'm just not pulling for Yun Li this far into the patches. I heard Phaeton is going to be a physical destruction. And he releases in like 3.4. But that's it. You can finish it in 1 hour. Thank God. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy. I have high suspicion they will do to Silverwolf to Jade. I mean, it's not impossible. It's like I said in my previous video, or like my 3.0 banner video. It is so easy to replace Jade on the Herda team. Like, you have to think about it, right? I'm pretty sure Jade is the... Is she the only limited erudition in the game that's like actually like a support? Like sub-DPS support? Let me see. Erudition. So yeah, she's the only erudition in the game that is a sub DPS slash support for like a main DPS erudition. So she can very, very easily be replaced. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's completely possible. However, I will say, specifically for sustainless comps, where you could run like double erudition support, I don't think she'll be power crept for a while, so. Physical nihility? Wouldn't physical nihility be broken? Like, would bleed count as like a debuff, like for nihility? Because I'm pretty sure physical bleed is like really strong. Jade is the topaz of erudition. Her stonks be rising. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That could be it. She could end up being like the topaz of erudition. Which wouldn't be bad by any means. I'm down for it. I just don't want to pull for Jade because, like, what are the chances you even go for another erudition, like, team in a long time? Like, Herda's E1 or Light Cone is just so much of an overall damage increase. Aglaia is not a standard banner character. I mean, are we really surprised? Like, I don't know why people thought Aglaia was going to be a standard banner character just because she was, like, the first of the path. Like, I have no doubt it'll happen at some point, but not soon. Like, it just wouldn't make sense. What does her light cone even do? I don't even remember. Does it maybe give, like, damage vulnerability or some shit? Oh, it gives increased break damage on enemies for 2 turns, and it can stack twice when their weakness... Oh, that's pretty broken. So that's like a 36% damage increase? Hi, just started the game 1 month ago. Just got E0 S1 Acheron, Himiko, Welt, Yangqing, and Sunday as my 5 stars. 32k Jades. Should I pull Fugue or Firefly? So you don't have Ruan Mei. 32 Gauge. Should I pull Fugue or Firefly? I think if you're trying to build a break team, Tiago, I think it would be better to go Fugue and then get Boot Hill in the 3.0 rerun. Like, that would probably be your best bet. Because you don't have Ruan Mei, so your Firefly, even it'll still perform decently, right? But Boot Hill is significantly less reliant on Ruan Mei than, like, Firefly is. So Fugue, Boot Hill would be pretty strong for a break team. Or you could go for like a Sunday team as well. You said you have Sunday. I mean, you'd probably have to wait a while though, unless you really want to go for Aglaia. Because Aglaia is like the only one who can really take full advantage of Sunday currently. I would say Fugue or just say, yeah, exactly. Like, if you're that desperate for a team, I'd say Fugue and then Boot Hill in 3.0. Or you could just, like, I mean, I guess Herda. Herda can also use Sunday. Sunday is one of the best harmonies for Herda as well. You can go Herda, you can go Boot Hill, you can wait a few patches, save for Casterus. Does Fugue, Sunday, Boot Hill not work? No, it does. That's like his best in slot team, Blad. Sunday replaces Branya on the Boot Hill team, and Fugue replaces Harmony Trailblazer. But because he doesn't have Ruan Mei, he could run like sustainless, Harmony Trailblazer, Fugue, and Sunday. So Boot Hill can work in any content more than Firefly? No. I'd say Boot Hill's a hunt, right? So Boot Hill isn't top 5 in like pure fiction, but he is top 3 in MOC, in my opinion, right? In my opinion, I know people have differing opinions. Don't worry, but in my opinion, Boot Hill is like top 3, top 4 in MOC, and he's like top 2, top 3 in Apocalyptic Shadow. It's only pure fiction where he like falls off, obviously, because he's a hunt character. So Firefly overall beats him in terms of performance because she can still do decently in pure fiction, since she's a destruction who can implant weakness. If you put like a Firefly together with a Lingha, you're not really gonna have issues in pure fiction, I feel like. But in the other two modes, I do think at higher relic investment, the Boot Hill will perform better. And he's also less reliant on Ruan Mei, so it's like Ruan Mei hasn't gotten a rerun. Apparently, she's not even getting a rerun in 3.0, so you can do Fugue, Acheron, Welt, Break Sustain. Sunday basically works with any team. Yeah, exactly. Sunday is actually no, he's not the most universal harmony in the game. I'd probably give that to. Wait, no, he is the most never mind. He is the most universal harmony in the game. Never mind, I take that back. I think whenever you're looking at teams with like sub DPSs, you're almost always gonna want like a Ruan Mei or a Robin instead. But any just one DPS team, it's just always Sunday. It's almost always just Sunday. Like Yudley, E2 Acheron, Dill, like any hyper carry, bro. Any, he's so fucking broken. My first team is Acheron, Palo, Welt, Gallagher. Struggling in second team now. Himiko, Link, Sunday, and Harmony MC. Thinking of Fugue for it. Oh yeah. Oh, so you're currently running Himiko Break and you're looking for Fugue to make it stronger. Yeah, I'd do that. You can. I'd recommend you go for Fugue then. Fugue Super Break with Himeko, and then in 3.0 I'd pull Boot Hill to get like a better DPS. Because I'm not gonna lie, Super Break Himeko, even though she's good, I'd say Boot Hill's for sure the better pull. And then I feel like Xiao Q might rerun in 3.1 for you too. So you could go like Fugue in current patch, Boot Hill in the next patch, and then Xiao Q in the patch after that to make your Acheron stronger. And then once, because now you have two solid teams, you could start like saving Jades, and you're not going to have to worry about the end game at all for a while. That's like the best route I could imagine currently. I mean, another thing you can do, right? I have seen free-to-play Herda teams be able to, like, 0 to 1 cycle a lot of content. So, if you don't, like, mind it, or maybe you end up getting lucky, like, you could run... I've seen Herda with, like, Pela, Herda, and, like, Remembrance MC. Like, I've literally seen a 1-cost 0 cycle with Herda on the Legion boss. And, like, in other modes, it's usually, like, 1, 2, 3 cycles on a free-to-play team. She is incredibly free-to-play friendly. Saw a Twitter clip of Fugue / Himeko getting infinite follow-ups in Pure Fiction. Jeez, man. Himeko has aged so well, man. Like, she's aged so well. She's just so versatile. You really love to see it. She was starting to fall off, but then when Super Break came around, like, she just got, like, an entire new path to go down. Bronya is still really good, too. Himeko and Bronya are just obviously the best two out of everyone here. Really standing the test of time. Yangqing ass. Bailu, I mean, she's usable as a sustain, but she's ass. Clara, I have seen some pretty good runs with Clara. She's not bad by any means, but she's just worse Yunli. And Yunli is already not meta, so it's like... I mean, I guess if you just really want to, like, clear really badly, yeah. Japard, I'm not gonna lie, this guy is just so bad these days. He's just so bad. We have, like, 4 or 5 limited sustains at this point, like... There's just no reason you should be using Japard. And then Welt is also pretty good. I've seen some pretty interesting Welt runs. Because of the fact that he's able to, like, slow enemies. Let's become meta and not tell Welt. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it would be nice to get a character who has, like, a similar kit to Welt, but obviously just stronger. Like, being able to slow enemies on the ult is actually, like, a really, really good mechanic. Like, that's a really good mechanic if you think about it. It's just that they did it for Welt, and then they just forgot about it. They haven't added it to, like, any other character in the game since. I guess I should farm a bit for Herda. Just in case I end up pulling for her. I mean, I could also get some pieces for Sunday if I get them in the future as well. Many options to go down. Where's his topaz? Where's his topaz? There it is. Thanks for the suggestions. No problem, Tiago. You have a lot of options, and I'm not gonna lie. With that triple rerun banner in 3.0, like, it's actually a really, really good time to have, like, a good amount of Jades on you. 32k is like 200 pulls. So, on average, you should be able to get at least like 3 5-stars, whether you win 50-50s or not. Zero cycle players will grab that character in a heartbeat if it does free slow and action advance for you. Yeah, that could be really broken. Really hope that Anoxa's kit is Ice Nihility. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Nihility people just need something at this point. Like, I feel bad for like Nihility enjoyers, bro. They've been struggling with the dot team for so long. Go all in on My Day Casters, that's my plan. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's like the best plan for anyone who has the patience for it. Like, if you don't mind not pulling for like 4.5 months, then just waiting for My Day Casters is just a better way to do it. Or like 3 months, sorry. I haven't been struggling, I just win slower. Yeah, that's fine. I feel like you don't have to... The only reason I sometimes bring up zero cycles to, like, explain how strong a character is because it goes to show, like, the peak performance a character can get. So even if the relic quality is worse or your team is worse, you'll still be able to, like, 2 or 3 cycle most of the content in the game. Like, that's why I think a character being able to zero cycle is really important. Like, even outside of you not being able to do it, it shows how future-proof it could possibly be. Like, I also clear slow. Like, outside of my Fei Xiao team, my second team is my Acheron team, and I do not have Zhao Q, and I'm using Silverwolf on that team. It's so scuffed. So my Acheron team takes like 3 to 4 cycles, while my Fei Xiao team takes like 0 to 1. Exactly, Blad. Yeah, exactly, Radius. Like, Fei Xiao is still gonna last quite a while. Like, people forget, like, they think, like, oh, Acheron power creep. Once the Acheron type character comes out, every other character is gonna be able to be, like, barely scratching the barrel to clear. But if you guys remember, like, from release, Jing Liu and Dill were still really good in, like, MOC for a long-ass time. Like, I'm talking a year or longer. Like, it usually takes a few patches for the enemies to become that much stronger, to the point where, like, older characters are becoming just so bad. 5 patches, maybe 6? Yeah, exactly. Like, even when Acheron released, MOC didn't receive, like, crazy HP inflation until around, like, Firefly's patch, I believe. Like, once Firefly came out was when the HP inflation started becoming an issue. Ooh, please, please don't fuck up. I beg. And this isn't even including Eidolons. Like I'm talking about free to play, like maybe a light cone here and there, a few best in slot supports. But once these days with like the extra Eidolons that characters have, if you get like an E1 on like a Robin or something, your Fei Xiao team is gonna last even longer. Like, an E1 Robin makes a significant difference on the Fei Xiao team. Like, it's not anything little. Because everyone on it gets a 24% res pen buff. How can they bring back Blade? They can't. Just can't. I mean, you know you're in the trenches when crit Lingha does more damage than you. When crit Lingha does more damage than your ult as a main DPS. Like, Blade is just cooked, bro. There's nothing you can do about Blade at this point. He just needs to be replaced. Yeah, exactly, Song. Power creeping / HP inflation has been going crazy recently. I think it puts pressure on spending, especially on free-to-play. Oh, yeah. I think it's just like, it's just meta at this point, right? Like, I think Hawkeye Star Rail is going down a route that Genshin didn't, right? Because Genshin only releases one limited character a patch, and even then, like, Bennett is still super strong, right? Like, you have things like Hyper Bloom and all that. Like, Hu Tao, who came in the very beginning of the game, like 3 years later, she's still like a really good DPS who can clear all the endgame content. Unlike Genshin, Honkai Star Rail's trying to go meta for meta for meta for meta. Like, they're constantly just over buffing characters. I'd honestly be happier if this game went down the Genshin route and only did one limited character per patch. Like, it would for sure be more boring, but like, my god, the power creep just happens a little too fast. No crit damage. Nope. Well, yeah, I agree, Blad, but it's like, I don't know. Like, I do agree, but in my opinion, it's still nicer. Like, let's say you take a 1 to 2 year break off of Genshin, right? You come back, so long as you already had like a meta team from back then, you'll still be able to clear all the endgame content in Genshin, right? But in Honkai Star Rail, if you took a 1 to 2 year break off this game and you had like Blade, you had Seal, you had Jing Yuan, bro, you're gonna be fucking struggling. Like, you are gonna be struggling to get through the end game. Like, I don't want to shit on Acheron, right? But if you think about it, Herda currently doesn't have like a single best in slot support besides Jade. Like, there is still a Harmony who can be added to make her significantly stronger. And there's as well like a second erudition if you run sustainless that could make her significantly stronger, right? But the Herda's enhanced skill has the exact same multiplier as Acheron's ult. Like, do you know how insane that is? Ooh. Like, the Herda, in my opinion, is better than Acheron, and she doesn't even have a best-in-slot team. It's actually kind of fun making the old characters. Yeah, exactly. I agree, Shane. But I do have to be honest, I do like Genshin's elemental like reactions, like type of thingy, more than just like Honkai Star Rail team building. That's just a personal opinion though. I understand most people prefer Honkai Star Rails. Sad to hear when I pulled 2 Acheron copies on her rerun. Do you have E1 or E2? I mean, E2 Acheron is obviously stronger than Herta. Like, if you have, like, Sunday with her, or even Robin or Sparkle, like, an E2 Acheron is probably stronger than the Herta. E2? Yeah, you're fine then. It's not really sad to... If you have E2 Acheron, you're good. That's a very, very strong E2. It's only like E0, E1 Acheron. Like, it's not really pairing up all that well these days. Still strong, but she is slowly starting to fall off. Yeah, E2 really great. I'm sure we'll take long to power creeper. Yeah, exactly. Not to mention, I think Acheron could still use like one more nihility on her team now. Like, if she gets something similar to like Jade, like a sub-DPS nihility who can still support her damage and like speed, she could become a lot stronger as well. I'm starting to see E2 Dill and E2 Acheron comparisons. I'm not gonna lie, E2 Dill, for the time, he was for sure broken, but he is way too fucking overhyped, bro. Like, at this point in the game, like, people still talk, or some people still talk, like he has the most broken E2 in the game. It just isn't the case anymore. Like, Herta probably has, like, if you get her to E2, Herta probably has a more broken E2. Acheron has a more broken E2. Fei Xiao has a more broken E2. A lot of the new like Firefly has a more broken E2. I don't remember Boot Hill's E2, but I don't think it's better than Dill's. Like, there's like 4 characters in the game who have a better E2 than him. Oh my god. Those are some crazy substats. Please get crit rate. Acheron technically doesn't have a sub-DPS or extra support unit yet. Yeah, exactly, Radius. Like, I think the question is, though, Radius, like, will they bring someone like that out? Like, that's the question, right? Because it is completely possible that they just stop caring about Acheron and they just stop making like nihilities that could keep buffing her for like at least the current 3.x patches. Because she did get Jiaoqiu and she did get Aventurine, so for a lot of people it's like, oh, that's enough. Yeah, exactly, Song. Like, it's been this long and they still don't want to release a nihility that makes Acheron stronger. Aside from Jiaoqiu, right? Jiaoqiu for sure makes Acheron stronger. But it is completely possible that they just stop at Jiaoqiu and the next nihility character is like purely for Dot and not for Acheron. Yeah, exactly, Radius. Exactly what I was thinking. It'll probably be more Dot based and then like targeted towards Acheron. Nihility is cooked as a whole. I mean, it could really change. I think Black Swan is fine. Robin is fine. Huo is fine. It just needs a new DPS. Like, Kafka is just way too old of a dot DPS. It needs a new one. Power creep Granny Kafka? Yeah, I mean, it should happen. I don't know why it's taking them this long. You'd think after releasing Black Swan that they would have released like a new Nihility and Penacony. But we went from Penacony to the Zhengzhou Luofu to Amphorius. And we still don't have any leaks for like an actual Nihility DPS. There still isn't a single fucking one, and it's been like over a year. Yeah, you're right, Radius, yeah. I just don't know why they've taken this long, though. Like, it's really crazy when you think about it. Like, maybe they just really want to save it for, like, later in the 3.x patches or, like, 4 point something. I mean, Song, if you really think about it, E0, S0, Zhaoq, you almost don't put him in any other team in the game aside from Acheron. Like, sure, he can, like, slightly benefit some teams, but in most teams, having an extra harmony, it's better than to just put Zhaoq. That's the issue. Like, Zhaoq is, like, the definition at E0, S0, like, solely for Acheron. That's why his sales were bad? Well, yeah, I agree. But it goes to show that they aren't, like, they'll still probably, like, make more characters like that. I think if the character is popular enough and meta enough, they won't really have an issue with making someone like that targeted. Can't wait till 3.0 Planet because I saw something cool, but I won't spoil. I haven't seen anything on Amphorius, not gonna lie. Like, I've only been looking at Herda and Aglea leaks. I have not touched, like, any other leaks for anything 3.0 related. Yeah, you could also make an argument like E0 S0 Fugue, even though she does fit in some other teams. In most teams, it's literally only break. Like, I guess that's not targeted to one character, but like, you put her outside of break, it's just fucking cooked for the most part. I really thought Fugue was going to be crazy for Firefly, though. Like, you have to really think about it, like a break support who's fire. Like, you could run Lingha, fire, Firefly, fire. Like, I thought that was going to be so broken. And then it just ended up being Boot Hill, bro. Boot Hill and Rappa. She's crazy for Himiko, though? Yeah, but that's super break Himiko. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, any like, break comp, she's good. But you put her outside of a break comp, it's like, what the fuck? They release Fugue this patch and then drop it the next patch. I mean, low-key, like... even if you make the argument like Himeko and Fugue, we have Lingha in 3.0. I feel like Lingha would be more important than fucking Fugue for the Himeko team in specific. Like, if we're not talking about Super Break, and we're just talking about, like, purely, like, just a normal crit Himeko, and, like, pure fiction or some shit like that, to be able to get, like, the breaks off for her follow-up, like, Lingha is probably the better choice anyways. Thought about replacing my Pela and my Acheron, but overall damage sound like it would be lower or the same. I mean, Pela is still really good in an Acheron team. Like, that's the issue. You haven't pulled Fugue yet, have you? No. I watched like a million leaked gameplays of her, but I decided not to pull for her because of the fucking Herda leaks and other shit. Like, I know Fugue is good, but I'm saying that Lingha is overall more important, so most people wouldn't pull for Fugue anyways. I should probably clarify that a lot of people in my chat sometimes like get me messed up. I always think from the perspective of a free-to-play to a low spender. And I almost always lose my 50-50s and 75-25s. So, getting a character, a patch right before, like right after I already pulled a character, has almost never happened to me before. So, like, Lingha comes out in 3.0, Fugue is in the current patch, I'd put the priority over Lingha and skip Fugue. I have a weird mindset when it comes to pulling. Because I've been so goddamn unlucky. I haven't been able to win any 50-50s. What are your thoughts about skipping Herda's light cone? I mean, it's fine. Like, her light cone and her Eidolon are like significant damage buffs, but... No, Song, I know Fugue is crazy, but I'm saying overall, if I were like a free-to-play or low spender, I would skip Fugue and get Lingha. Because Lingha is the more important of the two. She's more universal. She can attack more often against fire-weak enemies. Like, the only advantage Fugue has there is her ult. Which is like, besides fire weakness, you can still do damage to the break bar. Like, if you could afford both, I'd say, yeah, like, obviously that team is good. I'm aware that team is good. Bro got 50-50 PTSD, bro. It's so bad. It's so fucking bad. Yeah, like, I just don't like pulling for characters personally. I do not like pulling for characters that aren't universal, right? Like, let's say my Fei Xiao falls off. Imagine if Fei Xiao had a support that was, like, fully mostly made for her, and then they fell off, right? Like, there is no guarantee that this game will continue making super break units that keep beating the previous ones. And even then, it could take a long while. Like, look at Nihility. Nihility hasn't gotten a new DPS since fucking Kafka, bro. She is a 1.x DPS. It has been over a year. It's been so long. So, like, when I think of characters like Jiaoqiu and, like, what's it called? What the fuck is it called, bro? I forgot her name already. Fugue? Like, they're good in a few teams, but they're not universal at all. Like, Aventurine is a universal sustain, so I'll go for Aventurine. Robin is a universal support, so I'll go for Robin. Same with Ruan Mei. Like, the only time I'll ever forgive pulling for someone who isn't, like, kind of universal is a DPS. That's, like, the only time. Because I barely spend money on this game. I only spend money on the monthly pass, and that's it. Like, if I had money on the game, I'd obviously think different, though. Not to mention, Sunday was in this patch. Like, I'm not gonna lie. If you have to put Sunday and Fugue on the same patch, like, 99% of people are going with Sunday instead unless they have a super break team. In terms of, like, pull value. I guess the caveats, my Himiko's E3. I mean, that's fine, though. That's fine, Song. That's fine. Like, I think E1, S1 is still achievable for the free-to-play if you, like, skip one patch, right? Because then you'll have, like, 2 to 3... You'll be able to get, like, 300 pulls on the same patch that the next character comes out. And Himiko E3 is also understandable if you're, like, a longer-term player. Like, I'm pretty sure I have a fucking... an E3 Bailu. I have another, like, E4 standard character. I have, like, an S4 Clara Lycone. And Himiko's Eidolons aren't even all that crazy. Like, they are strong, but it's not like they're crazy special, like a huge damage boost. So I completely understand where you're coming from. Oh yeah, I agree, Song. I agree. I completely agree with you. As a free-to-player, trying to pull, like, one character every patch, it almost never goes right. I had to learn that the hard way, man. I just kept losing 50-50s over and over again. I could never get, like, a solid team. And I was like, well, maybe I should start skipping, like, one patch at a time or something. So it was you who stole my Clara Lycone? Brother, I wish I could trade in this game. I'd give you that S4 Clara Lycone. I want Bronya's Lycone so bad, bro. I haven't been able to get it at all. Free to play after Dunno story quest can only pull one character per patch. That sucks. Yeah, I agree. Bro, have you guys seen the estimated pulls for 3.0? It is so fucking bad for having 8 banners. Like, I'm pretty sure it was either this patch or the previous patch. You could get, like, 110, 100, or 120 pulls as a free-to-play. But in 3.0, apparently, like, the estimated pulls is only 100 for free-to-play. So it went down, and now we have 2 triple rerun banners. That is so... Like, that is so wrong, man. How do you add 2 triple rerun banners and decrease the amount of Jades a free-to-play can get? Got Sunday Lycone from my Bronya by accident. Man, I wish I was that lucky, bro. I wish I was that lucky. I'm actually so afraid of pulling for the Lycone banner because I always lose a 75-25. Every single time. Do you think Fei Xiao Rerun would be worth it? If you already have the supports. Like, otherwise... Even though Fei Xiao is really strong right now, right? The only reason I recommend Herda, even though she's currently weaker than Fei Xiao in like MOC and APOC, is because Herda has future potential, right? She has a Harmony tailor-made for her in 3.1, and she could get any new limited air edition in the future as a new teammate. But Fei Xiao already has like a best-in-slot team, so I wouldn't really recommend pulling for Fei Xiao. If you could save a little bit, right? That's just my opinion. If you can just wait until Castrus, until 3.2, yeah. If not, I would rather you pull for Herda unless you already have her supports. Like, if you already have Robin, if you already have, like, Lingha or Venturine, you're fine, right? It'll still work out. What about Boot Hill? I'd recommend him even less than Fei Xiao. Like, the only reason... I'd recommend even pulling for like a new or like an older DPS currently is if you don't have a second team and you're struggling in the endgame content, or you already have like the units needed to support them. That's the only way. Like, if we're talking pure pull value, Herda is better than anyone as a DPS on that thing. Like, there's no one better than Herda. Herda's the best in pure fiction. Top 3, top 4 MOC. Top 3, or, sorry, not top 3. Like, top 5 APOC. Like, she's a universal DPS who's cheap and doesn't require, like, best in slot supports to perform. Right? That's very rare to find in a DPS. Greetings. Hope you're having a good holiday. Thank you, Johnny. Hope you're having a good one as well. Yeah, exactly, Song. Exactly. Like, another thing to consider, right? Robin E1. Robin E1 in many cases, or just getting Robin in the first place, would probably be so much better for your account than getting like a new DPS would. Like, I have seen E1 Robin allow fucking Hook, right? This 4-star little girl, I've seen her be able to 0 cycle MOC, and it's all thanks to like E1 Robins every single time. So, if anything, like, just invest in a Harmony instead, like whether it be Tribby or Robin. Like, that's what I'm thinking, right? Like, I did all this relic farming for Herda, but if I don't get lucky on my pulls, I might not even pull Herda at all. Like, I might just get like an E1 Robin or like E1 Tribby, depending on which one is stronger by the time the leaks are out. Do you think Akron will end up like Jing Liu? Uh, mm, I mean, in what way? Like, in what way do you mean? Doesn't Herda want Robin? Uh, yes, but Herda doesn't only like. Okay, so you can't think of Herda like Aglaya, right? Like Aglaya, you take off Sunday, your overall performance it goes down a lot, right? But Herda can use Remembrance MC, she can use Robin, she can use Sunday. Herda can use like multiple supports, and you'll still get like similar performance overall. That's why Tribby is such a big deal, is because she's supposed to be Harmony targeted towards Herda. So she'll probably like get an exponential like team buff from getting Tribby. So she doesn't exactly want Robin, but she can use Robin, and Robin is one of the best options. Especially if you have E1 Robin, though. I'm not gonna lie, if you have in specific E1 Robin, I do think that's like the best possible scenario. Like, that's the best support for Herda. Because they nerfed Remembrance MC on a Herda team and made her stronger on made Remembrance MC stronger on summon teams. Before, Remembrance MC was arguably better than Robin, like at E0. But an E1 Robin is just easily the best. Herda's best sustain is Lingha. Because the amount of, like, the more enemies on field you hit as like a teammate of Herda, the more energy you regenerate for Herda. So because of the fact that Lingha can like hit every mob on field with her skill, and she can do it with her follow-up and do it with her ult, you're able to generate energy for Herda a lot faster. So Lingha is the best option. Second best option is probably Aventurine because of his follow-ups. And then third best option is Huo because of the energy. I could be wrong, though. I think Huo and Aventurine could go either way, possibly. But I do know Lingha is like 100% the best. Yeah, I'm going to get E1 Robin and just not pull anyone else. Yeah. But once again, do keep in mind, pay attention to the leaks. It is completely possible, as crazy as it sounds, for Tribby to end up being stronger than Robin, and possibly even having like a better Eidolon or Light Cone. So do pay attention to Tribby. That is what I will say. Sadly, I have to skip Lingha. I have a Venturine, but how can I ever plan my pulls with all these banners, man? It's understandable. It's understandable. I don't think anyone expected a triple rerun banner in 3.0. Like, I don't think anyone expected that. Alright, time to do a little bit of Relic Gamba. Where is she? Where is she? Was it this one? No, this is the one I'm using for Sunday. Which one was it? I think it was Hanya, right? Yeah, it was Hanya. I only have 2 crit rolls on this one. Let's see. I doubt they could power creep Robin. I mean, you doubt, but you never know. Just look at what fucking Sunday did. I don't think anyone expected Sunday to be that strong. Sparkle was left found in a ditch. Like Bromar said. Bromar said Dot found dead in a ditch. Sparkle was found dead in a ditch after Sunday's release. These new harmonies are looking absolutely fucking crazy. Alright. 4 rolls into crit. Oh! 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 Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. Okay. 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 I'll gladly take that. I will gladly take that. Oh my god. And speed as the last substat. That is so fucking good. Holy shit. That is so, so good. Oh my god. You gotta pull for Herda now? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That is really, really solid. Alright. Still can do better, though. Actually, no. This one's... Do I even try replacing this one? It's not bad. I feel like it'd be a bit of a waste. I think the crit rate is fine on it. This one's fine as well. What I really need is an ER rope. I forgot about that. I need to get an ER rope for Herda. She wants an ER rope. Only took thousands of Trailblaze power? Yeah, I think it's been around like maybe nearly 10,000 Trailblaze power, which is a lot. But hey, at least I got it. This is 2 crit rolls, so I can still do better. Actually, I don't want to... Can smelt that later. And it gets break effect. Love to see it. Maybe. Nope. Damn, do I not have like... Oh, it's defense percent. It's good enough? Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. I mean, this isn't bad. Like, I don't know why I put these relics on a Hanya exactly, but these stats aren't bad. This isn't even including, like, any crit traces that Herda will probably have. So, I'm pretty happy. I definitely need to get a better planar set, though. That's for sure next on the list. As well as, like, boots. But I think everything else here is, like, good. Like, 3 crit rolls, 25 CV with speed. We have speed, 4 crit rolls. I believe this is 2 crit rolls. Yeah, exactly. Like, the only thing I could really do is get, like, better boots here. Aren't they buffing the Relic XP in 3.0? I have zero clue. Oh, wait, right. I also have, like, Sunday Relics to level up, so let me check that as well. This Foxy in here is the one I was using. Yeah, so this isn't bad, right? But it also isn't like crazy. So for that reason, I want to try and get like a crazy one where I get like double speed, double crit. I know I'm being greedy, but I wouldn't be as mad if I failed these ones. This piece, maybe. I look forward to its song. I really do. You know what I really hope happens, song? Like best case scenario, I really don't want to lose another 50-50. So like I'm currently on a guarantee at 40 pity, right? So literally the moment Herta comes out, I can instantly get her. But I really hope I don't lose a 50-50 on Tribby. I'm really considering either getting like E1 Robin or trying to get E1 Tribby. Because E1 Tribby plus Herta, oh my god, that would be so nice. That would make it so future proof. Let's see. Do I have any shitty pieces? Uh, no. No. Huh? What the fuck? This is so bad. Why do I even have that? I can't do it all at once. Whatever. Yellow. Hey. Hey. I was hoping. Still not bad. Still use it. Obviously, I would have preferred crit damage, but it is what it is. I don't know how much you got, but you could try pulling for E1 Herda. And if you lose 50-50, you will have Tribby guarantee. Ooh, that's a good way of thinking, actually. I don't have many pulls, but I am at 40 pity guarantee. I think I'm at like 20 pulls right now, or 21. Yeah, I'm at 21. So by the end of the... I haven't done the event either, by the way. I haven't done this event. So by the end of the patch, I should have like 50, maybe 60 pulls. And then on the first side of Herta's side, or like patch, I should be able to get enough pulls to pull for like a second 5-star. So yeah, getting E1 Herta is for sure an option. There were also more pieces to level up. Where is it? Okay, this could definitely be better. Do I have anything with speed? Like crit damage speed? Come on, please get speed. It'd be very nice. Oh man. I only want crit damage bodies, bro. I don't want anything else. How about boots? We have speed. Okay, this... I'm not gonna lie. There's no way I'm beating this. Do I even bother trying to, like, get a better boot? Like, maybe one with speed, like this one. Maybe this one gets... Oh, wait, never mind. It's attack percent. And I got defense GG's. How about the... Oh, this is pretty replaceable. Okay, so we do have something to level up. So this only has 2 rolls on crit damage. My Herta has only 1 relic for now. Maybe 2. Hey, you do not know what I went through on a live stream, bro. I did a live stream, I think a few days ago. I spent like 4 or 5,000 Trailblaze power on the domain just for the live stream. I think I got 1 relic upgrade. 1 relic upgrade. Like, oh my god. Alright, let's see if I can get crit damage. Please. And we got crit rate. Alright. This one we want speed. Come on. Got break effect. All good. This one we want speed as well. Effect res. I'm not surprised. Crit damage. That stream was pain. Yeah, it really was. It was so bad. Want speed? Come on, give it to me. God, like, is speed just that rare of a substat? I swear it has like a lower chance of happening, more so than like any other one. Oh my god. I hate how rare speed is. It's so annoying. There we go. Huh. Finally, we have something. Are you serious? That's not enough? There we go. So, here's what I believe. Right? Here's what I believe. 2 rolls into speed, 2 rolls into crit damage. And it's going to be max speed roll. So it's going to be 3-3. So I'm going to get 8 speed. And it's going to be double crit damage. Right? Here we go. Can't win them all. Can't win them all. I can't even complain after getting that glove earlier. I just can't complain. Yep, and that's it. Wait, this one could get I forgot to lock it. This one could get crit damage. Never mind. No, it can't. Well, that's all for the relic rolling. Oh yeah, I don't even have a Lycone on this girl. Wait, does Herda have like a... What's Herda's best free-to-play option for a Lycone? I forgot to look at that. I'm not gonna lie. I forgot to look at Herda's best options for a Lycone. Better keep it. Maybe we can re-roll with the new item dice. Maybe, but it's... I mean, I guess. The thing with the item dice is I'm so confident it's going to be so rare. Like, that's the issue I have. I know it's going to be rare. So, like, just spending like 5 rolls on a really shitty relic could be, like, catastrophic. Like, I use a month's worth of variable dice, and they just all go bad. The one in the shop? Oh, okay. I'll just get the one in the shop then next week. I already bought, like, all the superimposed shit, but I didn't buy all the Lycones. Is it here? I don't know where it is, but I bought, like, all the superimposed shit. I have so much of this, bro. Like, I have so much. I just can't use it. Oh, yeah, here. I have 12. Free-to-play Erudition should be Herda Shop and Peaceful Day. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yep, but yeah, I'll probably do what you said, Song. That actually is the best idea that I probably wouldn't have thought of. Just try to get E1 Herda. If I lose it, I go for Tribby in 3.1. I really hope I get lucky for once in my life. I want to win like 3 50-50s in a row so that I'll be able to get Casterus. Because Casterus is like... That might be the first character I actually drop money on if I can't get her. I want her so bad. Are you going all in for the Herda after that relic I got? Yeah, probably. Otherwise, I literally spent 10,000 Trailblaze power on a domain for 0 fucking reason. Like, this domain is for Sunday in the Herda, and I didn't pull Sunday. So if I didn't pull the Herda, I would have just wasted my time for fun. I do need a better planar set though. I'm not gonna lie. I really need an ER rope. Though getting in an ER rope with double crit probably is a bit difficult. That's that to put it lightly, it'll probably be a little bit difficult. They cooked the Herda's Eidolon. No. Do you mean like made it bad? No. Herda's E1. If I remember correctly, Herda's E1 is like a 20 to 30% overall damage increase. If I remember correctly. It might even be higher than that. I don't remember. But it got a huge buff in the V3 changes. Same with her light cone. I think the light cone got like a 16% damage bonus buff or whatever the fuck. So her E1 and her S1 are really, really nice. Cosmic. I really don't want to do this, bro. Wait, did they add anything new in this shop? Oh, wait, never mind. It's the same thing. I wish this wasn't locked, bro. I really wish this wasn't time locked. I want to instantly buy these and just roll on ER ropes. From the leaks, heard of like Akron, which you first, yeah. What would you say is the best team right now for free to plays to make? Uh, from what I've seen, the best free to play team for Herda is, if we're talking sustain, right? Gallagher's a sustain. That's just how it is, right? So, sustain Gallagher, Remembrance MC, and from what I've seen, Pela. I think I've seen that team do really, really well. I could be wrong. Maybe you put in an erudition instead to be able to get the stacks faster for Herda. So it's either like an erudition or Pela, but I think an erudition would probably be better. So maybe like Herda or Saval. But sustainless, I think sustainless, it's not you just replace Gallagher with an erudition, Remembrance MC, and then you add Pela, I'm pretty sure. I saw that team zero cycle the Legion boss in 3.0, like completely free to play. E0, S0 Herda, Pela, Remembrance MC, and what's it called? Fuck, I forgot. Oh, Herda. Herda with Serval? Yeah, exactly. Serval then? Yeah. Apparently, like, from what I've seen, if you're able to build your Serval good enough, you can practically just spam the ult over and over and over again. So you're able to regenerate energy for Herda, like, really fast. What's better, E0 Fugue or E1 Firefly? Probably. Wait, are you talking about like? In my opinion, it's E1 Firefly. Fugue, really? If you're talking about like in specific in the Firefly team comp, you can now spam Lingha's skill over and over again. You don't have to worry about skill points. And I think she gives like 20% defense down or some shit. I think the E1 gives defense shred. Is Fugue really that much better than Harmony Trailblazer? Yeah, no. If you're talking overall, like comps, it's for sure Fugue. But in specific, in your Firefly comp, an E1 Firefly would make a bigger difference. Yeah, I agree with that. I just assumed he was talking like only his Firefly break team. Because otherwise, Fugue is just the better pull. She's a support. At the end of the day, supports always have more value. Is Firefly a must pull or should I skip her? Firefly is not a must pull. You can skip her if you want. Firefly is for sure not a must pull. I'd say no DPS in this game is arguably a must pull. Like, even Herta, in my opinion, when Herta releases, she's going to be like the best overall value DPS in the game. I wouldn't call her a must pull. There's so many DPSs in this game that can clear the end game content. If you had to remove one 5-star that's meta from the game, who would it be? That's meta? I don't know how to answer that. Why would I want to get rid of... Oh, I never mind, I guess. Probably Sunday. Sunday is probably the one who would have like the least impact. At least currently in the game. Because you could still use Bronya, you could still use Sparkle. If you get rid of Ruan Mei, the break team falls off dramatically. At least especially for like Firefly. If you get rid of Robin, the follow-up team does significantly less damage. But Sunday has like Bronya and Sparkle as like second options. So I think meta harmony, it would probably be him. If we go DPSs though, probably Acheron. I'm not gonna lie. Like, Acheron just pisses me off. It annoys me so much that her performance falls off that much without Jiaoqiu. Like, I would gladly just get rid of her from this game. I'm not gonna lie. Just pisses me off that she's so, like... like, her performance is just so much worse without Jiaoqiu. Get rid of Jiaoqiu? Yeah, but I wouldn't even call Jiaoqiu meta. Like, he's only meta in the Acheron team. Outside of every other team, like E0, S0, he is not meta. So, if it's like a meta character or DPS to get rid of, I would choose Acheron. Well, yeah, for now, Sunday isn't going to be utilized well because... Yeah, exactly, Exodius. That's why I chose Sunday. Like, in the current game state... There isn't a single DPS, like even with Aglaia. Aglaia can't really take full advantage of Sunday because her summon doesn't even do all that much damage. Like, she is the main damage dealer and the summon just like does some damage here and there. You know what I'm saying? Those two are married to each other? Yeah, it's just so fucking annoying. Like, I feel like if you're a free-to-play... and you have like almost no Jade saved, going for Acheron is one of the worst decisions you could ever make if you don't have Jiaoqiu. Any thoughts about preservation patch in 3.0? That is its non-existence. Oh yeah, I heard there wasn't going to be any preservation units. I mean, I'm fine with it. That's actually a big reason why I pulled for Aventurine is because I was already aware of, like, the leakers were saying there isn't going to be another preservation unit, meaning Aventurine's going to be the best preservation unit for a long-ass time. I was like, okay, I might as well go for Aventurine. It's pretty worth it. We are getting an abundance at some point, though. So maybe that'll be stronger than Lingha. Oh no, you're talking shit about Aglaia again? That guy's gonna call you biased again? I mean, like, Aglaia just requires too much energy. Like, I feel like so many people don't understand how big of a difference it is removing Sunday on our team. Without that 20% extra energy on ult, bro, it is so annoying to have good uptime on Aglaia with her ult. Because let's all be honest, right? If Aglaia isn't in her ult, she's not doing good damage. Everyone is aware of this. She has to be in her ult to actually do any good damage at all. Like the entire goal of running her is to try and keep her on 100% ult uptime old times. That 20% energy that Sunday gives is just way too fucking important. So you get rid of Sunday and it's like, oh my god. It is just, it is not fun, man. Like, isn't her energy cost like 320 or 350? Like, it's just so absurd. It's way too difficult. I have Sunday. Should I go for a Glea so I don't know what to do? Yeah. I mean, if you go for a Glea, for sure, you could still use it. I think another thing people don't take into account though is that Sunday's a like really good support with Herda too. So you can go either way. Like depending on who you like more, you can pull either a Glea or Herda and use Sunday on that team. So do keep that in mind. Sunday is one of like the best harmonies to put on the Herda team. Herda's more flexible, yeah. I feel like flexibility isn't valued enough in this game. Like too many people, maybe because they already pulled like the supports beforehand or already had the supports, like it won't bother them. But for like newer players or even players who have only been playing the game like let's say around half a year, being able to be super flexible with different units is such a bonus. Like I'm currently using my Robin on my Face Out team, right? Imagine if Herda fell off dramatically without Robin on her team. Then I'd be stuck in a pickle if I pulled for Herda. It's like, who do I use on what team in MOC? I don't have to worry about that. I can use Remembrance MC. Like, it's just nice. Will you pull for the Herda? Yeah, probably. It's been a while since I pulled for a character. It's been Aventurine. Aventurine was the last person I pulled for because I wanted to make my Face Out team a little more future proof. Oh yeah, I'm aware, Ryan. I think pulling for Castris is going to be a better option for free-to-play Sunday lovers. I don't know. Like, a lot of people have been speculating that Sunday might be really good with Castris, but the only leaks we've gotten for Castris, people have been saying that her optimal team comp is double sustain. Like, you run her in My Day next to Lingha and Luocha. That's what the leakers have said. So I'm not even sure. Like, it's completely possible they end up having, like, an Acheron mechanic where you have to lose a shit ton of HP or be constantly healed in order to actually activate the ult. I need one more sustain. I only have Aventurine. Try to get Lingha on the 3.0 then. I'd say the two best sustains in the game are Aventurine and Lingha. Like, there's not really any doubt about that. Yeah, I agree, Ryan. Like, Aglaia just... Like, she takes a lot of turns, right? Like, at first, when we first learned about Aglaia's, like, kit, I feel like a lot of people assumed she was broken, me included, because being able to scale off of speed is really nice, right? Like, a mechanic like that is really nice, right? But she just doesn't do enough damage. Like when I look at her outside of the Legion boss, which like favors her because the Legion boss gives you like increased damage whenever you break his armor and whenever you break the summons. She does like 200k, 300k to two mobs. It's usually 200k, right? And that's in an optimal team. Like I'm not talking about a free to play team. I'm talking like her, Sunday, Huo, and fucking whoever the other fuck is on there. I keep forgetting. Usually like Robin or some shit, right? And that's just not good damage. Like she has to take 3 to 4 turns before she can do as much damage as one Herda ult. And she's the only DPS on her team as well, while Herda usually has another erudition. Who's your favorite Dragon Ball character? I mean, it's so basic. I'm pretty sure it's just Goku. Like, it's pretty basic, but it's just Goku. I'm not gonna lie. I really like dumb characters who don't care for, like, reality, right? Like, it's fun seeing that. Someone who just constantly breaks expectations and limits, it's probably Goku. Fei Shao and Aglaia, both 3 cost 0 cycle Angel. It's insane. Yeah. Still don't know about Castris. It's still a speculation. And they will keep improving her kit till release. Yeah. I mean, here's the other thing we have to think about, right? The leakers gave their own meta ratings on characters, right? Until the 3.2 patches. They said that in 3.1, Tribi and My Day would be S and A plus in terms of meta rating. And Herda is A plus and Aglaia is B. So Castoris is S plus. That's the highest they gave anyone. So it is pretty likely Castoris will be really, really broken. Especially since we're getting that Relic set as well. Doesn't it like nerf speed or some shit and it's supposed to be made for Castoris? It's likely that she's just going to be a complete nuke. Like, she'll barely take any turns, and it might take a while to, like, get her ult or skill up, but when she does hit, like, it'll probably be a massive fucking nuke. If Herda is A+, what is Castoris doing? Yeah, exactly. You really have to think about that. Herda is A+, and the Castoris is S+. And Herda, in my opinion, currently, is probably the best value DPS in the game. That's without best in slot teammates, by the way. That's without Tribi. Which patch is Castoris coming? 3.2. 3.1, according to leakers, is going to be Tribi and My Day. And 3.2 is going to be Castoris and I don't know who else. Did we get any ratings for Anaxa? No. I think we only got ratings for the characters up till 3.2. Which makes sense. Anaxa, I haven't even seen like leaks for when she'll release. While I have seen leaks for Phanon. And Phanon is 3.4. So it's likely that Anaxa is like far into the 3.x patches or some shit. Sometimes listening to leakers isn't always the better option. I mean, they're not wrong though, is the thing, right? Like, they rated Aglaia B and they rated Herda A+. They were looking wrong before what's it called? The V3 hit. But after V3, I'd say it's accurate. So I guess once 3.1 hits, we'll have to see how the meta ratings hold up, like A+ My Day and S for Tribi. And if that holds up as well, it is completely possible that Castoris will end up actually being that broken. But they might nerf Castoris so not overpowered, though. I don't see it happening. Like, I don't think that they'll do that. The fact that they gave meta ratings before there's even in-game leaks means that they're likely leaking information from, like, the actual people who are, like, working on the character. Like, they're purposefully trying to make a character that strong. Like, if you look at Acheron, it's probably the same thing. Like, it's just going to be another Acheron effect where the character will be stronger than every other previous DPS by a significant margin. Will you say Yunli is worth it if she gets a rerun? No. No old DPS is worth it in a rerun unless you are struggling to clear the endgame. And if you already have their supports, sure, you can pull for them if you like them. But worth it? No. Just not worth it. These new characters that are coming out are just too important to skip out on for like a reran character. Like if you pull for someone in 3.0, you're missing out on Robin or a Robin Eidolon. If you pull for a rerun in like 3.1, who will probably be like Ruan Mei and maybe like Jiaoqiu or something like that, you're going to miss out on Tribi. You pull for a rerun in 3.2, you're going to miss out on Casterus. It's like, I really can't recommend pulling for reruns currently because the meta is actually shifting. Aren't we getting fake collab too? We are, but that's like a while away. Like that's 9 months away, somewhere around there. Characters don't even last one rerun in HSR anymore. I mean, you're not lying, Shane. I mean, Acheron and Firefly are so far like I'd say they kind of lasted, but I think supports are what you should always look for in reruns, right? Reruns specifically, it's almost always like supports or support Eidolons or a support Lycone, right? That's usually what you want to look for in reruns. Like, look at Robin, bro. They're pushing Robin like these greedy fuckers at Hoyo. Robin has already gotten her second rerun. That is absolutely insane, right? I think Robin released. When did Robin release? Like 2.3 or 2.2? She then got a rerun in like 2.5, and now she's getting a rerun 3 patches later again in 3.0. She has ran 3 times in less than a year. That is absolutely blasphemous. They are pushing Robin like absolutely crazy. Yeah, literally, Shark. Every 3 patches, she has been getting a rerun. I don't think any other character has gotten that. Because of Tribi power creep, that is possible. That's why I told people in my 3.0 banner video to watch out for Tribi. It is possible that she is Robin power creep. Maybe not for every team. I doubt it'll be that way for like hyper carry teams. But teams that use like more than one character that hits, probably power creep. I'm saying, Song. I'm saying. A triple banner rerun, though, is just. Like, doing it twice in 1 patch is so greedy. Like, am I the only one who thinks it's better to just, like, do a triple banner rerun every single patch instead of doing 2 of them at once? I feel like that would be better for the majority of the player base. Because 8 characters running in 1 patch is just. Like, that's just a little too much. Make Robin perma and we'll never have this problem again. I wish they did that. I'm not gonna lie. I wish there was a way to just like outright buy a character without having to pull. It would be, and reruns would cycle faster. Yeah, it would be better that way too. Like reruns would be more worth it if they reran faster. The problem is in Honkai Star Rail, the meta changes so quickly that after only like 3 or 4 patches, there's already like a new meta comp. So reran DPSs get pulled for way, way less. But if there was like constantly triple rerun banners, it would be different. A lot more people would recommend rerun banners. Wish we had more better 4 stars and they made 5 stars rarer. I'd also like to see that, but they're greedy. Like that's what you have to really think about at the end of the day. They're just greedy. 99% of the player base will pull for an E0 of a 5-star than Eidolons of a 4-star. So they want to make as much money as possible. Robin used her ult on herself? Exactly. Radius, exactly. They gave us March and Mose and said too strong ever again? Yeah. The one thing I am thankful for, though, is they are, like, the new 4-stars they're releasing are actually good. Like, they're, like, Mose and March are really good replacements for Topaz on the Facial team. Gallagher is, like, arguably 5-star sustain level if we were talking about, like, before Lingha. Like, he performs really well for a 4-star sustain. Like, the recent 4-stars they have been coming out with have all been good. Yeah, Grizzly, but, you know, the further the game goes into its lifespan, like, even 4-stars can power creep 5-stars sometimes. Is Facial still worth it, though? Um, I mean, I've already mentioned this before. If you have the supports for her already ready, I could see it, but I wouldn't recommend it. Like, I'd rather you just go for Herta. That's honestly just the better option, in my opinion. Like, Herta has more value than Facial. I have the Fua comp except Topaz. Same. I don't have Topaz. I just use March 7th. She's so good. Like, she is so underrated. Well, actually, I shouldn't say underrated. I think everyone knows she's really strong. Unfortunately, I got, like, shit on by Mose, so I don't even have his E2, so I never bothered building him. I have E6 Gallagher. Should I still get Lingha? In my opinion, yeah. Lingha suffered some of the worst doom posting I've ever seen in the entirety of this game, all because Gallagher was that good. But the further we go into the game, Lingha is becoming the best sustain overall. Like, no doubt about it. Like, she's the best in the break team by a mile, in my opinion. The amount of damage she's able to do in a break team is fucking disgusting. Like, sometimes she does more damage than the main DPS. You almost never see that with anyone else, right? She is the most overall sustain in the game. Like, for example, you can put Lingha in Aventurine's niche, but you can't put Aventurine in Lingha's niche. So, because of that, I say overall she has better value than Aventurine since she works in break teams as well. And she's the best in slot sustain for Herta. And in 3.2, all the leakers are saying the best in slot sustain for Castris is as well Lingha. So it seems like all the new meta teams ever since Lingha released, like, she's basically a best in slot for every single one of them. Like, you can even use fucking Lingha in an Acheron team too, because of the fact that her ult counts as a debuff. Oh, that's unfortunate, ASAP. That's unfortunate. Her attack frequency is just that good. Yeah, it's really, really good. If you want to play break, sure. If not, then meh. Lingha is just not meh, in my opinion. Like, even outside of break. You can put her in an Acheron team, a follow-up team, Herta team, Castris team. Like, any team in the game can use a Lingha. I wouldn't say Aglaia, because Aglaia, I think everyone's aware Aglaia needs Huohuo. Like, if you're going to run a sustain on Aglaia, it's just going to be Huohuo. Because she really needs that energy. I just won Sunday E1 and 15 tickets because I thought Lingha will rerun after 3.0. I'm dying. Hey, you just can't predict this game, man. You just can't predict it. No one, I don't think anyone would have ever expected double, triple rerun banners. Huohuo is still the best. I mean, I do think Huohuo is worse in healing, and she's more skill point hungry than Lingha. So you have to almost always use her skill if you want to heal, while Lingha can just fucking use Fu Yuan. Like, you only need a skill once, and Fu Yuan will take like 2 or 3 turns. And the ult as well. But in terms of like characters who are energy hungry, like Dill and Aglaia, she's for sure the best in those. But outside of that, I think Lingha is just better. I mean, anyways, we're supposed to get a new abundance in the future 3.x patches. Hopefully they end up being broken. Like, as broken as Lingha, if not more broken. I'm looking forward to it. What supports does Casterus need? Let's discuss that. We know Sunday a candidate. We don't know anything. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it is possible that you could replace what's it called? Like, the current leakers are saying My Day Casterus and then double sustain. But let's imagine that you can still run Casterus really well without My Day. I'm assuming you just replace My Day with Sunday and then you run hyper carry Casterus. Like, that's my only assumption with the current information we have. Because it is leaked that she's Remembrance, and I'm quite confident that that Black Dragon summon she has will probably be the main damage dealer. So it is for sure possible Sunday could be like a second best team option with hyper carry Casterus. Started playing Genshin and now Staros power creep looks very problematic. I mean, yeah. It's not as bad as a lot of people say it is, but it is definitely bad. Like, in general, it's not a good thing to have. Like, if you take like a 1 to 2 year break from this game and then come back, you're not going to be having a fun time. Yeah. Especially for E1 Sunday havers. I'm pretty sure E1 Sunday gives like 40% defense shred. Like, the summon gets 40% defense shred. That is insanely broken for E1 Sunday havers. Wasn't it a fire abundance as well? What, the leaked abundance? I'm not sure. I haven't seen any leaks about her at all. All I know is that girl in the trailer, she had like a description about being a healer. Yeah, exactly, Ryan. I feel like any E1 Sunday havers, if you're like a low spender or like a free to play, I wouldn't even pull Aglaia because she just can't really take advantage of that 40%. Her summon does like minimal damage. Like, it's nice, right? It's a bit of extra damage, but Aglaia herself is the main damage dealer. I mean, Johnny, that's still really good. Like, you might not get the Oh my god. Oh, I just voice cracked. You might not get the defense shred from the summon, but you will get super high skill point, like, generation. I've been talking too long. I don't even know how long I've been streaming at this point. LOL? Bro, it's so bad, man. I hate it. I barely talk at all. So when I do talk, my throat gets dry so fast. Nice voice crack. Thanks, guys. Uh In her enhanced form, the summon deals 50% of her damage, so it is still pretty big. I mean, I Oh no. Oh no. It is like for sure there, right? It's almost like having a sub DPS so long as you can like keep her like ult up time up, but it's just not good enough to fully take advantage of a Sunday Z1. I won't pull a Glea as E1 Sunday Haver, so I plan for the Robin, wait for Lingha, and then Casters. Why did I just have like a brain fart? Like I just forgot what I read for some reason. Yeah, that's a pretty good plan, German. Andrina. Came back from 2.0 to 2.7 HSR. Now I can't complete the MOC full stars. That's what I'm saying, man. Can't take a break from this game. Gotta be on it. I like Firefly as a character, but I don't like her gameplay. Tell me about it, man. Tell me a fucking about it. I pulled Firefly on my old account because she was so brain dead and so easy to play. Like, she was just perfectly meta, right? She is very free to play friendly, did a lot of fucking damage. MOC was favoring her when she came out. So it was like fun for a little bit, but then you realize the difference between playing Firefly yourself and putting Firefly on auto is nearly fucking zero. Like, it is so brain dead playing her that you could literally auto the exact same as you would normally play her. The only thing the auto would fuck up is sometimes, like, at the very beginning, it might ult your Firefly before your Harmony Trailblazer got their super break, like, buff up with their ult. But other than that, it's literally no fucking different from playing on auto. Like, it wasn't bad, don't get me wrong. It's just boring. Like, it's literally boring just playing Firefly. Yeah, exactly, Johnny. Like, when I first got her, it's like, ooh, the new shiny toy, right? Like, I finally got a new character. I'm shredding through everything in the end game. But then it's like, what the fuck? Like, I'm bored. I'm not even thinking. I'm not doing anything. I'm just killing everything. Is your old account dead? Dead? Yeah, I haven't touched it in a long time. Sunday might rerun early like his sister. Yeah, I have seen a lot of people saying this, and myself included. If Sunday ends up being necessary for Casterus, then he'll likely rerun on Casterus's banner, which is why I didn't pull for Sunday. Because there's actually a good likelihood that if he ends up being meta for her, they will rerun him on her banner. So it's actually pretty fine to skip Sunday currently, because we're not getting another summon DPS till 3.2, aside from Aglaya. Because 3.1 should be Tribby in my day. I completely feel you, Andrina. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I never pulled for Jingyuan because I know, like, obviously it's just a bad pull for me as a free to play or low spender. I'm a low spender. I'm not gonna pretend to be free to play, but Jingyuan is just like such a bad pull. Even though his design is so fucking sick, oh, it's just so sad. It's so sad. I'm saving for the cat girl. Is that Tribby? Are you talking about Tribby? Or is there like another cat girl that I forgot about? Actually, let me look it up. Um, Amphorius. Oh, it's Cypher. All right. Yeah, I see, I see, I see. I'm mostly interested in terms of like guys. My favorite design here is probably Phanon. Like my day for sure, like in the 2D art, he looks cooler. But I have a feeling that Phanon will probably look better in the game when he releases. It was Phanon and Castris. Those are the two I'm mostly interested in. Let's go. Just won the 50-50 on Fugue. Nice, Bob. Good shit. I wish I could relate. But nice. Very good addition to your break team. We're getting a lot of Quantums in 3.x. Is the cat girl leaked to be Quantum? The only one that I know is Quantum is Castris. It's between Castris, My Day, and Anoxa for me. But whoever is Nihility, I'm pulling for them. Yeah, we probably will get a Nihility at some point in the 3.x patches. I wonder who it'll be, though. Like, maybe it'll be one of the, like, the characters who are, like, put in black that weren't actually, like, shown in the trailer. Triby's also Quantum. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, this is, like, a Quantum fucking patch. Or, like, patches in 3.x. Did Herda get any buffs in V4? No. They didn't change anything for Herda at all in V4. Like, nothing's changed. They only changed, like, some wording, but it doesn't change the performance at all. It's the exact same as the V3. For real? Yeah. V4 Herda didn't get any stronger or any weaker. It's the exact same. So, the fact that they didn't change anything likely means that they've made Herda as strong as they want her to be. So she might not get changed in V5 either. Oh, you're asking if Anoxa's Nihility. Oh, I have no clue. I don't think anything is confirmed for Anoxa currently. Or, like, even leaked. Anoxa's Nihility so far? Oh, I see. I don't have any limited 5 stars, and I plan to get the Herda and Castris. Who else should I go for in 3.0 banners? Lingha. Because Lingha will probably be the best in slot sustain for Castris. So if you're trying to, like, Herda, she's fine with, like, a free-to-play team. But there's no guarantee that Castris will be the same. So I'd recommend Lingha since she's, like, the best in slot sustain. Sparkle. Fucking Sparkle, man. That's good. Hopefully V5 doesn't change anything. Yeah, I think current Herda, like, her power level makes sense. For a new meta character in, like, the 3.0, like, patch, like, it makes sense that she's as strong as she is. I don't think she needs to get any stronger. Especially since she doesn't even have a best in slot harmony right now. Like, her performance is going to skyrocket when Triby releases, so. Is Robin still a must pull? No. I think, okay, now, if we're talking right now, yes. I think Robin and Ruan Mei are, like, the two must pull harmonies in the game. But I do think in 3.1 with Triby's release, that might change. I do think having 3 must pulls is a bit much. I think Triby might end up being better than Robin overall, though. Like, specifically for a Herda team, which you said you were going for, Triby would probably be better than Robin. And it's completely possible that Castris doesn't even use Robin. So I'm new and I got Rappa back then. Should I pull for Fugue since I'm guaranteed? Yes. Rappa gets a lot better with Fugue since she can't implant weakness. I would 100% recommend anyone who pulled for Rappa to get Fugue. Do you think Castris would want Triby or Robin? With current leaks, no. There hasn't been any further information about Castris other than that her optimal team is with My Day and 2 sustains. But Jay, I am pretty confident that Tribby might not be good with Castris because Castris's like dedicated relic set that's supposed to release in the future actually reduces the character's speed, which makes me think because Tribby gives action advance depending on how many enemies on field you hit and like how many times you hit them, right? So you have to be able to hit them over and over and over and over again like really fast. So I don't think Tribby would be good for a DPS who has like low speed and doesn't attack very often. Facial rerun soon. I plan on getting Herda. Yeah, Facial's rerunning in 3.0 on Herda's banner apparently. I heard that Castris might be good with Sparkle, but I call bullshit. Uh, I'm gonna be completely honest. Most likely, the only reason people are saying that is because they're both Quantum. I highly doubt that Sparkle will even be like a top 3 support for like a hyper carry Castris. Like, I just highly doubt it. Oh no, I'm cooked? Yeah. I think the first triple rerun banner, which is on like Herda's side, is Fei Xiao, Ling Shaw, and someone else. I don't even remember what it was. Jade. Yeah, Jade. I wonder if Castris actually needs 2 sustains or can I just run E6 Gallagher and 2 supports? The thing I've been speculating is that she might have like an ult mechanic, right? Like let's say Fei Xiao, she needs to get amount of like follow-ups or attacks to get her ult off. Or Agron who needs nihility stacks. I've been speculating that it's likely that she either needs to be healed over and over and over again to get enough stacks for like an ult or something, or she needs to take damage like a certain amount of times or some shit. Or maybe she herself has to like hit enemies on field a certain amount of times. And that's why My Day as a sub DPS is like the best option. Either way, her mechanic is likely going to have to do something with HP drain because she's an HP drain character. So, does Lingsha need her light cone? No, she doesn't need her light cone. It's good, but she doesn't need it. If she needs double sustain, then she'll be broken. Yeah, that's the 2 sustains that the leakers like actually mentioned for casters were Luocha and Lingsha. But I don't think like I doubt Luocha will be like, oh my god, you need Luocha. Like in all likelihood, you can probably replace Luocha with Huo. You probably just need double abundance. And then Lingsha is probably like the best option possible. With Luocha being the second. It would be crazy if Bailu turns out to. I mean, there's just no way. I'm not gonna lie. Like, Bailu's time has long been gone. Yeah, I agree, Braun Ben. Reddit leak said Quantum Relic set speed calculation is set at the start of battle, so skills that buff speed don't matter. Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah, so it seems like Castris is going to be a slow ass DPS, which is really interesting. Like, that has to mean that she's just going to be a nuke. Like, every time she takes a turn, like a million plus damage no matter what. Even then, that's kind of a low ball. It might be higher than that, like 2-3 million. Like that's the only way she can get that S plus meta rating. Because even Herda herself, like Herda, when she gets like her ult up, it isn't really difficult for her to do like 1 million damage in an optimal team. So I think if Castris is an entire 2 ranks above Herda, she'd have to do like 2 to 3 million. I don't care what anyone says about Luocha. He's power crept to hell. Has a special place in my heart and my teams. Yeah, I mean, at least he's going to come back for Castris, at least. Yeah, that is possible, Brown Ben. I'm really curious, though. I do think, like, out of all the future characters up to 3.2, even, actually, no, any of the 3.x characters, I'm most interested in Castris. Like, it's almost guaranteed she's going to have some special mechanic. But I just don't know what it is. Hope Castris animations are crazy. Kind of disappointed with her in-game model in the trailer. Yeah, I mean, I've kind of, like, adjusted myself. Because even though they aren't the same game, if you've ever played, like, Fortnite, and you look at, like, the concept arts for, like, Fortnite skins, every single time they come in the game, they look like 10 times worse than they do on the 2D art. So I've stopped taking like 2D art seriously when comparing it to like in-game models. But I will say, Casterus, like, it's because of her eyes, bro. Like her eyes, like they look slanted in like the light cone or like the trailer. But in game, they're like fully open, and she looks like the Zhuyi model. No, I didn't, Blad. I don't really spend Fortnite money on Fortnite that often because I only play Fortnite like because I like getting better at it. So there's not really any advantage I can get at spending on the game. Do you guys think Break is still good, and do you guys think Firefly is still good to get her? I wouldn't recommend going for Firefly, but Break should still be fine. Especially with APOC. Like, APOC is always just gonna be like Hunt or Break every single time. Like I saw in the 3.0 APOC, we're gonna have like a swarm or like a true sting or whatever it's called, and he has 3 break bars. So break characters are probably gonna be meta for that, since they can get through it the fastest. Yeah, I think by the time 3.2 hits, it is likely that Firefly won't be top 5 in MOC anymore. And even possibly not top 5 in APOC. Actually, no. I think she'll still be top 5 in APOC. But MOC specifically, I see Firefly at like E0, S0 falling off of the top 5. Yeah, unless you're rich, right? If you're rich, or not necessarily rich, but you have like a decent amount of money to spend, E2 Firefly is really broken. Like that's a different level of power, right? But outside of E2 Firefly, I wouldn't exactly recommend it. I will give up Apocalyptic Shadow since now I don't have break characters. Do you have Fei Xiao? I mean, Fei Xiao is also like number one in Apocalyptic Shadow. Since March is able to like copy her element, can get through the break bar pretty quickly. Sustainless break is awesome. Future break might be cooked. We'll have to see if they get that dot treatment. Yeah, sustainless break is a lot of fun to watch. can E0 Firefly still work? She can still work. She's just not meta. Like, by the time, like, this is so hard, right? Because if you like the character, please just pull for them, right? If it's going to be more fun for you. But in terms of meta, it's like, no. Like, Herda is just the better pull than Firefly. I just wait until the next patch and get the Herda instead. Is the follow-up team going to fall off? Currently, no. Not for a while, no. Fei Xiao is the #1 team in the entirety of the game currently. Like, it's gonna be a while before Fei Xiao falls off. Like, maybe if you mean follow-up without Fei Xiao, sure, but like current Fei Xiao optimal team, she is #1 in APOC and #1 in MOC. She is not falling off. Yeah, exactly, Tomimi. I've already said it before. Firefly has this issue. She just doesn't have a support who can action advance her. And it's what kills her. That's the only reason why Boot Hill is better at higher relic investment. He can use Bronya on Sunday while fucking Firefly can't. And Firefly can't even take full advantage of Fugue like Rappa and Boot Hill can. If they ever bring out like a break support in the future who has like 100% AA, then Firefly would probably go up a lot. But they haven't done it ever since Firefly's release, so I don't see it happening. You think Dot will ever come back? It'll come back. This game always shifts metas. Like, right now, Castris is supposed to be an HP scaler. Just look at Blade. Blade is the only HP scaling DPS we have, and he's complete ass. So, it's all about the meta. It's just going to take a while before Dot comes back, maybe. Maybe it's in the 3.x patches, you know? Maybe we end up getting like a new Nihility DPS who's crazy meta. It just all depends on whatever Hoyo's like changing to. Like, after this HP scaling meta, it's possible we just go back to hyper carry DPSs that are just like solely based on crit. Firefly had her time in the limelight. Himiko time now? Yeah. Who knows? Maybe Castris and Blade together would be a good comp. I don't see it happening. Like, I'm so serious. I'm not even trying to like be biased towards Blade. He just does no damage. Like, people don't understand. A crit Lingha does more damage than Blade. You can't tell me that isn't embarrassing. I don't think Blade will ever be meta again. Like, My Day will probably be like Blade power creep by a fucking mile whenever he releases in 3.1. Like, I'm so confident in that. No, the leaks didn't say Goku is coming to Ankai Staro. There's nothing like that. That's embarrassing indeed, yeah. You can literally run like a crit Lingha that's like hyper carry and a crit Blade that's hyper carry. Like, crit Lingha will perform better than Blade. Because of the fact that she has like the follow-ups constantly going off. It's just better. It's so fucking embarrassing. Like, I see Blade in like the most optimal team possible. All buffs up. He gets his ultimate off at like E0S0, E0S1, and it barely scratches 100k damage. Like, it's so embarrassing. Never mind, I'm pulling Lingha then, I'm guaranteed, thankfully. Yeah. Maybe even Gallagher does more damage than Blade on a break team 100%. I don't know about like crit Gallagher, but in a break team, yeah. My wealth does more damage than Blade. Yeah, it's just like I used to think that Jing Yuan was like the worst DPS in the game because I literally forgot Blade existed. And then I like someone in my stream mentioned Blade and I was like, "Oh my god." Like I'm pretty sure Mr. Pokey made like a few troll videos about Super Break Blade, and in those videos, Blade does like a fraction of the damage and it's just Lingha like doing 500 600k. Like it's so bad. I already did all this, right? Yeah. Is Jingliu good with Sunday? Yeah. Sunday replaced like best in slot support for every hyper carry DPS in the game. Like he replaced Sparkle on an Acheron team. He replaced Sparkle on a Dill team. He replaced Sparkle on like a Jingliu team. Like he just replaced everyone. Sunday is like one of the most universal supports in the game. The most universal support in the game is Ruan Mei, but outside of Break, these days, like a Robin or a Sunday is just straight up better than Ruan Mei. To be honest, I do want to get a Galea, but now I'm feeling like I want to pull for Herda and don't know who to choose. In my opinion, just go for who you like more, right? At the end of the day, it's what you value more. Do you care about the character more? Or do you care about getting the most value out of your pulls more, right? So if you like Aglaya more than Herda, I think it's fine to go for Aglaya. It's just that Herda is the better overall pull. She is less reliant on specific teammates. She's more free-to-play friendly. She has a higher ceiling the more you Relic invest in the other eruditions on her comp and herself. Like, overall, she just beats Aglaya in just so many aspects. Aglaya's 350 energy ult just makes no sense. I'm not gonna lie, it just makes no sense. I don't understand why it's just that high. Like, they can't go back on it now because I'm pretty confident the reason why they gave Sunday that 20% energy buff, like whenever he uses his ult on someone, is because of Aglaya. But, like, it's just so absurd. It's so fucking absurd. Understandable, Abby. Understandable. That's a lot of people's reasons for pulling characters. The Herd, I think, will keep up with meta. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, I mentioned this in the last video I made. I kind of compared, like, Herda to Acheron a bit, right? Like, Acheron wants nihilities, and she, for a while, never got, like, best in slot nihilities until, like, Jiao Q, right? I think Herda is a similar situation. She wants eruditions. There is a decent likelihood that we get another limited erudition somewhere down the road, and her new harmony, like targeted harmony, isn't even out yet. So her current performance, even though she's already, in my opinion, the best overall DPS pull in the entirety of the game, it'll get better with Triby's release. Man, I really need to drink a lot of water. That's better. Do you need more than 2 built teams for endgame? Probably. Mostly because of, like, pure fiction. You usually want, like... I mean, if you already have Himiko, it doesn't matter as much. But... like, if you were to pull Herda, she would work in every single endgame mode. That's why I recommend her so hard. Like, in my opinion, top 3 MOC, top 1 pure fiction, top 5 APOC. Like, she performs in every single endgame mode. That's why I recommend Herda so hard. Like, if you're a new player or, like, a free-to-play, her investment value for a DPS is insanely high. Like, it's similar to Acheron. Like, when Acheron first came out, Even though APOC wasn't around, she was really good for Pure Fiction, and she was really good for MOC. Like, I see her as the exact same. Thoughts on a sustain that could summon enemies onto field? How would that work? I don't even know how that would work. Like, are you saying you summon enemies and then those enemies fight the other enemies or some shit? I don't have really any thoughts on it. I can't even imagine it. Reason why I'm saying this because I want to try to build summon teams. At first, I was disappointed on Aglaya. Now Herta got buff, which, I mean, you could always just wait for Castris, Brian. Like, I understand that is a bit long. Like, it's around 4 months away from to like 3.2. But if you really want to summon DPS who can like really be meta and last a really long time on your account, that's probably just gonna be Castris. So you could just get Herta for now, and then later get Castris in 3.2. Or you could like save for a long time, and then go for like an Eidolon or Lycone alongside with your Castris. Is Fugue out? Yep, she is. At least on like Asia servers. She's out. Everybody's here. I'm still like, aside from like all this leak talk, I'm still pissed that they so purposefully tried to nerf this girl. They tried to make her weaker by making her ult nearly useless. It pisses me off so bad. Like, you're a nihility character. You barely apply any nihility in the first place, and then your ult has nothing special about it. It just does damage and does weakness bar damage. Like, they tried so hard to make her worse. It pisses me off. Like, in being honest, like 100%, it should have, like, her ult should have applied like a debuff for either like damage vulnerability or just defense penetration or increased break damage, like further increased break damage. Like, they're trying so hard to not make the break teams too strong. It's so annoying. I also find it a bit unfair. Like, they didn't give a shit about Jiaoqiu being incredibly broken for Acheron, but then they made her ult absolutely shit so the break team wouldn't be too strong. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Tingyan, one of the most beloved characters, she comes back to life past time to shine. Yeah, Amphorius. Bro, I love the Amphorius designs and like just the general like thing, bro. Like Greek shit and like Roman shit. I've always been big into like their mythologies and stuff when I was little. Yeah, Hoyo faves like Robin Castris, they try to make them super OP, but the other they try to make them mid. Yeah. Like, I think this is the first time where I can clearly tell that they just tried making a character weaker than they should be. Because it just doesn't make sense for her ult to be that bad. Okay, that's a bit much, Song. That's that's a bit much. Because if you think about it, right? Boot Hill, even at like E0S0 with an optimal team with Fugue, is already sometimes hitting like a million plus when he breaks like the toughness bar and the exo toughness bar at the same time. You add 60% on top of that, you're going to have like an E0 Boot Hill doing damn near 2 million damage. So I won't go that far, But I do think like maybe like 20 to 30% would be fair. Considering how much of a buff Zhaoq is for Acheron, I'd say 20 to 30% is fair. Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing, Song. I was thinking the exact same thing. Because before she even came out in-game like leaks and we started getting the versions, I'm like, how does this go wrong? She gives Super Break, she's fire, so there's no way she isn't a best in slot for Firefly, but it's just not enough. They had to make her ult something special for it to be like targeted towards Firefly. Gabimaru, does Aglaia need her light cone? I don't think so. Let me search it up. I don't even remember what Aglaia's light cone does. I can't even find it. Are you serious? Okay, here we go. I think I found one. Signature light cone. Increases the wearer's base speed after the wearer's memo sprite attacks. They receive 1 stack of brocade, which increases crit damage. No, I don't think it's necessary. It's for sure nice, but it's not necessary. I will say, like, it giving base speed, like, it gives you 12 speed. That is pretty broken. Like, it makes up for not having to get, like, crazy relic quality. Yeah, exactly. The speed buff is nice, but it can be, like, overcome with insane relic quality. What's her E1? Bro, her E1 is so much worse than Herda's. Oh my fucking god. This is criminal, bro. Like, it's actually criminal. Herda's E1 is like twice as good as her E1. Jesus. Oh, I see Brown Ben. Yeah, I agree, Song. There isn't really much remembrance light cones out there. There's just nearly nothing to choose out of. It just became a new path. Good luck with that, Andrina. Good luck. My friend mentioned Herda and Aglaia, that which one is better than others, but I think it doesn't matter which unit is better than others and depends on your T build and how you build. I mean, yeah, in a way, but I'm gonna be honest. I do think Herda, like, she's just better in multiple teams, which is like why I recommend her that much. Like, I'm actually gonna go to YouTube right now. I want to see if I can find what's the lowest cost I can find for an Aglaia Zero Cycle Legion boss, because this boss is like made for her. Because I saw Herda one cost the Legion boss with a free to play team. Triple Harmony? Are you fucking kidding me? 5 cost? Aglaia plus Ice MC Zero Cycle Legion boss. It's like 4 or 5 cost. I don't know. I think like Herda is just better free to play. I'm not gonna lie. Like, even without free to play, she's better in her optimal team, but she has so many more team options. You can use 3 different supports, and you can use 3 different eruditions. And you can use 3 different sustains as well. Like, Lingha is for sure the best option, but you can also use Huohuo and Aventurine just fine. Like, she has 3 different options for, like, all 3 positions in her team. What does cost mean in this context? Yeah, exactly, Song. Like, it means either Lycone or Eidolons or just, like, a character. So, for example, like, an E0 Herda with nothing, like, no other limited on her team, that's 1 cost. You get E0 S1, that's 2 cost. Standard 5 stars usually don't count towards cost. Unless you have like an E4 5 star or some bullshit like that. So Herda, I have seen multiple Herda 0 cycles at like 1 or 2 cost. But I just can't find an Aglaya one that is even remotely similar. Like, they almost all are either her optimal team or they're running triple harmony. All good, Song, all good. Like, for example, like, I think it's pretty easy. Like, this counts as 1 cost too. Even though the light cone isn't Fei Xiao's, it's still limited, so. This would count as like 2 costs with my Fei Xiao. I accidentally unlocked it. I don't want to accidentally smelt that in the future. Which teams do you think is good for Herda? A lot. I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot. I can't really say it. Like, I'd have to make a video on it. There's a lot of different, like, team comps that are really good with Herda. You can use 3 different sustains, 3 different supports, 3 different eruditions, and with that, you can make, like, a combined, like, 10 plus different team comps. So, it really just all depends. Like, you can use Serval, you can use Herda, you can use Jade, Lingha, Aventurine, you can use Huohuo because of the energy she gives. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, you can use Robin Sunday. You can use Remembrance MC. Well, you have the ratio light cone. That thing skipped me so bad. I mean, this isn't even like, I wasn't on this account back then. So it was my friend who pulled for it. I don't know why, but hey, I'm not going to complain. Didn't have to pull for Fei Xiao's light cone because of it. The reason why the Herda is better for free to play is because she has the highest floor level, E0, as to compensate for her low ceiling level damage. I wouldn't even agree. Like, I don't think Herda has a low ceiling level damage. When I saw an E0 versus like E1 and E2 comparison, from E0 to like E0 S1 to E2 S1, her damage nearly doubled. Like, that's an insane, like, addition. E2 S1, her damage nearly doubled. Because her Eidolon received the buff and her light cone received the buff. And her E2 is also stronger. And you keep stacks longer. And then on top of that, if you add, like, Eidolons to, like, a Robin or some shit, it becomes an even bigger difference. In my opinion, she has a pretty high ceiling. Yeah, exactly, Song. Like, before the V3, they were for sure weaker, but after V3, with the Recede buff, like, I'm pretty sure E1 is like a 30% overall damage increase for her, and that's only E1. That's no light cone, that's no E2, that's no Eidolons on another support. I think the best E1 in the game is Firefly or Sunday. I agree. I think Firefly's E1 for a DPS is just insane. Like, the fact that it already doesn't consume skill points, but on top of that also gives, like, I think defense shred, is stupid. Current best E1 in my book is Fugues. I feel like Lingha's is better. Because Fugues gives 50% weakness break efficiency increase to the main DPS. But Lingha not only gets a 50% weakness break efficiency increase, but she also applies 20% defense down to everyone who's broken. So in my opinion, this is more broken than Fugues E1. Especially considering Lingha attacks more than anyone else. So she's already the one doing most of like the weakness bar like damage in the first place anyways. Robin's in the convo too? Oh yeah, for sure. I think for summon, if we include like future, right? Sunday probably has the most broken E1 in the game, giving 40% defense shred to a summon. But this is also really broken. Like, that is insane. Especially for like sub-DPS teams. That is really, really broken. I think the best E1 is Robin's. Yeah, it is for sure like incredibly strong. Oh yeah, in the Brig team, there are times where like an E1 Lingha will do more damage than a Firefly. It happens. I've seen it happen. Lingha is just that broken. If she's able to be the one who breaks like multiple mobs at the same time, it does insane amounts of damage. I have E1 Robin. Should I go for Robin's E2 or S1? What's Robin's E2? Speed increase. I don't remember what her light cone is. So I can't say. But this is a pretty strong E2. It would make like speed tuning significantly easier. Like significantly easier. S1? Yeah, listen to people for chat for this one. I don't even remember what Robin's light cone is. But that E2 would for sure make speed tuning a team significantly easier. I hope Lingha is good at E0. I don't have that much pull. She is good at E0. I have Lingha at E0 myself. I don't even have her light cone either. I don't even have her built well either. Like, I have like subpar relics on her, and she still somehow performs really, really well. Ah, I see, Ben. I see. I mean, then again, watch out for Tribby, guys. Before you pull for Robin's Eidolon or Lycone on her rerun, watch out for Tribby. It is dangerous, right? The fact that she has Res Pen in her base kit, that could be very dangerous for every other Harmony in the game currently. That is incredibly powerful, having Res Pen in a base kit. You can only imagine how strong like Eidolons or Lycone might be if she already has Res Pen in her base kit. Either, if I had to guess, Eidolon is either more action advance or it's more Res Pen. Or like maybe everyone on the team, despite like the positions and all that bullshit, still receives the same amount of buffs. Something like that. Tribby could be really broken. Do you think leaks seem true that Mighty and Castris will have a duo DPS gameplay? But I heard both of them are like Jing Liu slash Blade gameplay, but slower. I have no clue. I really can't speak on Castris, man. I mean, the best part is we will be able to tell when the patch comes, right? Because by 3.1, we're going to have Castris in-game leaks. Meaning we'll already know how strong they are. I can't really speak for a Castris team right now. It's just too weird. Like, she's confirmed Remembrance, so maybe you could run like a hyper carry Castris. However, my day is also apparently an HP scaler, like sub-DPS with Castris, so I just can't fully speak on it. Yeah, exactly, Dragon. Gonna pull for Face Shout 73 Pity and wait until the end of the patch and see if we get any more leaks. Yeah, that's how you should do it, bro. Just gotta wait, honestly. Yeah. Alright, guys. I appreciate you all coming here. This is the most viewers I've had on a stream in a long, long time. I'm gonna get off now. I have to eat. I'm kind of hungry. And it's Christmas, and I have my family here. So I love you all. Hope you all have a good day. Hope you all have a good night. Peace.